I am live. Give y'all a couple of seconds to get in, and I'm going to start. I already have an audience, even if the physical is not connected to the devices yet. Give y'all a couple of seconds. One individual. What's going well? Zero. We'll get started in a couple of seconds. It's always audience. Yeah, the parallel worlds. It's one individual in here. What's going on? Um, I want to hear what you're speaking about. What's going on? This is your first time being in here? Uh, Think Boss, this is your first time checking this live out? I know the live just went blank just for a second. Hopefully you're still in here. Individuals that end up coming through. And can you hear me loud and clear? It's two individuals. I actually feel the same way. I actually feel like I need a lot of money, but I don't want to do a lot of messed up things. Uh, Things to get it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get real deep into it. What's going on, Terry? How are you? Okay, you can hear me. Okay. All right. Basically, whenever it comes to the money, you got to look at it like this: it's souls attached to it, disturbed energy attached to the money. Individuals, basically, they would destroy their loved ones, or they'd do anything for it. If someone would offer you, let's say, uh, $2 million to do something crazy, usually individuals will actually do it. They'll get rid of their relatives or whatever just for the money. Individuals don't know what money is all about. This world, it's based on the money frequency. And that's the biggest giant in shadows, and individuals don't see that. With the money frequency, this is how I feel about it. Individuals will do anything for it. You have individuals they will sleep with. They don't give a damn what they look like. You know, they'll actually sleep with them just because are they sleeping with that individual, or are they sleeping with the giant, that money frequency. You got to ask yourself that. I'm gonna read some of y'all's comments and I'm gonna get deep into it. I am fine. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm glad you tuning in. No, I'm not built like that. I definitely understand what you're saying in this video. I am happy I found your page. Oh, I appreciate you, Think Boss. I really appreciate you. I've been waiting to have this conversation with someone. My IG is Think Boss. Okay, my my um my IG is basically it's Trips Awakening. So just to put that out there. Um, but yeah, like individuals, pretty much they they work their energy inside of I call it the illusion skulls, but individuals call it the buildings, the bricks and buildings, whatever. But they put their energy in it, and the bills and all of that stuff, that's distractions to me. That's just more distractions. The money frequency, that's distractions too. So how come individuals will give their life up for it? Because they are basically caught up into that spell. You know, whenever it comes to the money situation, um, individuals pretty much, okay, yeah, I just seen you send a thing on IG. I'll accept you. I'll definitely accept you. Whenever it comes to the um, the money, what if you get stuck in a situation? You can have all that money with disturbed souls attached to it. Say if you got stuck somewhere for a couple of days, how is that money frequency going to help you? It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. And of course, we know that the digital, everything is going digital. So it's connected to the machines. So if you was out in the woods or something, or you got stranded, that money frequency wouldn't help you. So now individuals, they're lusting, they're selling their body, and this is not just the earth women, it's the earth men. They're basically selling their bodies, stripping and doing anything just to get that illusion spotlight. you know then you have individuals, they want individuals to take care of them because some of them still stuck in their inner child from another parallel world, or it could be the program version of them. They're stuck on that. And some of them might have issues with their earth parents or whoever they stay with, and they always want to depend on that individual to take care of them and stuff like that. And I feel like individuals use them. Are they really in love with them? Are they in love with the material frequency, or are they in love with the individual, their soul, their energy? You got to ask yourself that. Whoever you connected with, like individuals think they can buy love, like, oh, I can buy them love, I can make them happy and stuff like that. And individuals actually really think that's love. That's not love. When you buy individual material frequency and stuff like that, you know, um, it's not about that. Hold on, right? I'm reading some of the comments, and I'm gonna get back to it. Yeah, I'll make sure y'all hit the fines too, right? So the money will, despite, right? Is it so hard at times? But I understand what if someone needs to relay, pay bill, and have no choice, or something to strip, or something, will that be out of order? I like that question. Yeah, I appreciate that question. You know, um, I feel like this individuals put themselves in that situation. You know, whenever it comes to, hold on for a second. Okay, whenever it comes to that, basically, individuals know certain situations they got programmed. That some up certain individuals, they are forced to do certain things, but do you have to really go that route? Do you have to go that route? You know, I feel like this. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Alarm is going off. My alarm basically going off and stuff. Alert me, let me know who outside or something. Okay. Individuals pretty much, they don't think, so they get in their self. Are they really doing it? They, some of them are doing it just to get attention. They doing it to get attention, or certain things are set up for them. So they basically open that door. You have, like, for example, I'm just using this for example. You have the stripper, you have the drug dealer, and you have that individual. What else? You have the stripper, the drug dealer, and you got that certain individual that want attention or try to be like they tough and all of that stuff. Things are set up. Individuals are connecting with I call it the invisible characters. They're connecting with that. So some of them going to choose I want to be a stripper to get attention and stuff like that. Now, if they are in a situation, they should make better choices and better decisions. But certain individuals set themselves up. If you mix your energy and connect your energy with other individuals or whatever you connect with on the devices and stuff, you're going to go that route. So individuals have choices, but they choose to do that. They don't have to do that, but they choose to do that. So I just feel like this. You choose your destination. If you don't want to be a stripper, you don't have to be one. But individuals put themselves into that situation. These individuals, they see that fast money and stuff, and it's nothing but a trap. Like, for example, like drug dealers or individuals selling pills, meth. Back in the 80s, it was crack. That was put out, of course, that was put out in the community. And individuals, watch certain invisible characters on the TV and that latched on to them. So you had individuals thinking they certain characters, like Scarface, for example, or the Nino Brown and the Boys in the Hood and Don't Be a Menace characters. Individuals connect to that frequency, and certain type of other characters. They send out individuals in the community just because they look like us. They're different bloodlines. So you have individuals out there, and of course you got the towers and stuff like that connected to individuals' frequency. So that's controlling individuals. So individuals choose their destination. You don't have to strip if you don't want to strip. Some having sex just to pay their bills. Bills is nothing but a distraction. So individuals put themselves in that situation. They don't have to put themselves in that situation, but they choose to do that. You have a choice, but the system it's not for us. It's not for us. So, if you connect with them things, you put yourself in that situation. Okay, I'm gonna read the next question. What if a person have felonies and can get work and have to feed kids and provide food? Are they really wrong for selling drugs? I don't judge individuals for what they do because the system put that stuff out there, so I don't judge an individual. If they got to feed their children or whatever, they put themselves in that situation to get felonies. They fell for the trap. So I just feel like this. And I ain't judging strippers, you know what I'm saying? I don't want individuals to think I'm bashing strippers and all of that stuff. I'm not bashing strippers or drug dealers. They're created characters. They created characters and individual latched onto that. So I don't think they taught the lies. They connected with the characters. It was the choice that they made. So if they have to do it, you know, they got to think about their loved ones. They got to think about their children. Like this system did certain things to create distractions in these bills, taxes, and all of that stuff for a reason. Even if your credit even if it's straight, you really don't own the house, cars, or none of that stuff. You're basically renting that. So it's like this. You can't connect with the distractions. You have to survive because these individuals put that stuff out there in the communities and different types of other things, many more distractions that you see inside the black mirrors and stuff. So you know, they put it out there, and individuals pretty much, they fell for the trap, and then they get sent off and stuff, so they can experiment on individuals because they can't, like on a physical level, the shadows they can't get certain individuals. So um, they create something so they can tap into their DNA to use their DNA for other things. So that's the reason why they created all of this mess. Um, Facts, right? How do you feel about paying tithes and offerings? I think that, I like that question. I did a video actually on that just here, like a lot. Probably like, I talked about that, but yeah, I'll definitely answer your question. Ties to me, that is, that's something that they created just to put money, was the money, like of course it got souls attached to it, but make that individual pretty much rich, but not rich, feeding their bloodline. Because usually the individuals that's connected to the church and the courthouse, it's basically the same thing. Of course, the Masonics and the Masons and them, it's all, of course, all of that stuff connected to courts and all of that stuff. So individuals set that up. They created the stories and stuff saying, "Oh, you got to pay tithes and all, whatever you want to call it. You have to pay that." And you know, me, I don't go by the names and titles. That's just me. You know, to me, there's no God, there's no devil, none of that stuff. I just say, there's energies and souls, and whenever it comes to the spirit, that's the DNA. So, but if individuals want to connect to that and give their energy into something that was created by, the system, then that's on them. But they're using that for, just they're using that to get over on individuals. Pretty much, they say that, oh, you're paying for, you're giving it to God. Okay, if there is a such thing as God, although that was the system, the government, basically. But if there was a such thing, then how come? And see, individuals don't think. How come? Like, God wouldn't need individuals' money for what? If this the Sky Daddy created the so-called Earth and all of that stuff, basically, it's nothing but signs and symbols and energies, but they turned it into something. And I feel like words and stuff, to me, that's shadows. Like words, the sign names, because your name, that's not your name. The name that I was assigned, that's not my name. It's not our name. It's created by the system. And it got something attached to it. Like all these words got something attached to it. Imbalance and off balance. You have to shift certain things whenever you connect to it. But whenever it comes to the ties, I think that's a bunch of mess. But individuals out there like, oh, I got to pay it, I got to pay it. They say they have to pay it and some of them will go broke for it. Some of them will get their lights cut off. They'll get behind on rent. They'll like lose anything, just to because they're caught into that frequency. They caught to that religion frequency because religion it hypnotizes individuals and they get caught up into a spell. So that's a bunch of mess. I know I got kind of deep into it, but that's a bunch of mess. And they do rituals and all of that stuff in there. What's going on, Roger? What's going on? Brand new day. I am here. I appreciate you coming in. Alpha 7. What's going on? So, let me see. Is it soul ties connected to the money that pastors receive? Because a lot of people really do give their last. They will go hungry and without to give the pastor money. Exactly. They basically getting hypnotized. They into a spell. Because you got to ask yourself, and you got to ask yourself this: what are they actually really doing for individuals? And whenever it comes to church, they'll just give them. They're hypnotizing them with the spells, and they're using Latin when they speak in tongue. They're definitely using Latin. So they don't really do anything for them. Like in one of my videos, when I went on a rant one time, because at the individuals, the Christians or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, all they get like maybe every 4 or 5 months, probably a little small piece of chicken leg and a napkin and a roll on top and a little scoop, a little tiny bit of potato salad, and that's it. And a half a cup of Kool-Aid. Like they're not really doing anything for the community and stuff. They're not passing out anything. They're not helping individuals. That it's like they basically pretty much, they're flashing, they're showing off the things because some of them are connected to the Masons. So, they're basically, they're getting over on individuals. They're not doing anything. And it's like, especially our shade. Our shade just, they go for anything because you got to look at it like this. They pretty much, they pretty much know, how could I put it? They know about the individuals in the community. So they know they're struggling in certain situations. They know certain individuals, they're, they came from a broken home. Some of them probably got molested or, beat, or some got raped, or some sell drugs or gang bang and all of that stuff. See, they know all of that stuff. So they play mind games with them. They'll say, oh, that the government, they're talking about the government got them, but they actually saying the God, because they're, like I said, there's no such thing as God to me. But they're saying, basically, oh, God, I get you out of this situation, lying to individuals. And they was like, I know you out there selling drugs. I used to do the same thing. They're getting inside their head. Like, they'll be like, I used to do the same thing. I used to be out on the street hustling and stuff. Well, I'm like this, look at that bastard. They're still hustling because they're hustling souls. They're pimping, taking individuals' money, but they're doing it the legal way. They're doing it the legal way. And if they don't get enough amount of souls or bring in certain things, they got to feed the goat. And feed the goat, that's basically connected to the Masons. If they don't get enough, some of them have to do a shame rituals. That's the reason why you've been hearing about pastors getting caught up, sleeping with certain individuals. Like the pastors that individuals know that they're out there. They're promoting their lust energy on top of it. So pretty much, like I said, the individuals, I went blank for a second. Pretty much they plan individuals. They're pimping them out of their money, and They'll tell them like, oh yeah, we can do this, and for you come to church, hear the word. What word are you actually really hearing? Oh, I know what it is. They're actually hearing spells, hypnotizing individuals. Got them doing hidden rituals, getting on there, taking the knee, basically, the kneeling the knee. You can't let individuals touch your head or your heart. Individuals speak Latin, so they hypnotize individuals. So they enter the religion world. So to them, they think there's a God. They think that, they like, oh, there's the devil, there's demons and all of that. They enter that world, so they connect to that world. So now, like if an individual smoke a cigarette, they'll look at them like, oh, you're a demon because you smoke a cigarette. You chewing bubble gum. Oh, you chewing bubble gum. Oh, that individual is a demon. They start judging. They took on that character. They start judging individuals, and they get mentally messed up. And individuals, they will start giving their money to that church, and keep on giving their money to that church. And like I said earlier, they get their lights and stuff cut off. They pretty much um, they will do anything to please that so-called man, or the evangelist, because you got some shady ass women in there too. I'm not just gonna put it on the men. You got some shady ass women in there connected to that mess. They're hustling people for their money, but they're saying you don't have to gang bang, get off the streets. But individuals don't think. They say, well, you don't have to be in here reading a recycled uh, books of spells. Go take your ass and go do something else. Because individuals, they act like they can't comprehend. If they deep into the Bibles, they should be able to read the Bibles themselves if they into that. The books of spells, that's what I call it, and understand it. Pay attention to the words and stuff. Like you don't have to. Well, I take that back. I take that back. They got to understand what they're talking about, because you can't connect to these words or nothing, because it's signs and symbols and energy. That's connected to certain shadows and certain names and certain buildings, telling individuals how to operate. So, but if they wanted to, if they connected it to that world, like how come they got to go to that individual and hear them do all that, yeah, all of that stuff? Because they want to, they're using that energy. They hypnotize individuals when they be like all getting hyped up and all that energy and stuff. So I just feel like this. How come they're hustling individuals out of their money? How come they feeding their bloodline? They living nice. Individuals still in the community struggling. They're still struggling. Where's their God at? How come they're struggling? Because they're basically they're pretty much into a spell, and they in that world, that religion world. Let's see, is there any way to ask for forgiveness after doing a blood sacrifice and ritual for money? There's no such thing as whenever it's like this. Whenever you put out certain energies, they're going to pretty much come back to you. If it don't hit you on the physical, it'll hit you in the parallel worlds. It'll definitely follow you. So whenever it comes to you can't really forgive like a sacrifice, because you don't know or you could cause harm to one of your loved ones. It could come back to your loved ones. You can they can basically, your loved ones could carry that illusion light, because everybody say dark, that dark cloud or something dark, and whenever it comes to dark, there's no such thing as dark being negative. Like a lot of people, because to me there's no negative or positive, but in this world, they say negative, positive, good, and bad. It's basically the same. But like I'm not gonna say dark, but individuals connect to the illusion light. I mean that illusion energy, that low frequency energy. So pretty much, you can't, there's no such thing. It'll come back to them, or it might come back to one of their loved ones. It could cause harm to one of their loved ones, or it could cause harm to someone that's connected to their DNA or whoever's around them. They could probably get the same thing. True world pastors and those church ministers are the biggest hustlers. Exactly, Roderick. Exactly. They're the biggest hustlers, pretty much. They're pimping individuals. They're pimping their souls, and like they're lying to them. Especially the Muslims and Jehovah Witness. I'm talking about in this area, in this country, because individuals worship Buddha and all of, and the Mary and all of that other mess. But over here, you got Jehovah Witness, you got the Mormons, you got the Mormons, you got the Masons, you got the Shriners, you got the Zionist Jews. Um, the list goes on. You know, when I was young, I had to go to church. Never liked it. Had many questions. My mother used to give me money for offering, and my brother and I would jeep the money and spend it afterwards. It's, that's funny, Roger, because I used to do the same thing when I like when I was young. Of course, like I would go sometimes. Like I didn't want to go, but I would go to because I really didn't have no choice. I was like 5 or 6 or 7. Like whenever I would go visit certain relatives, it was only when I went to go visit certain relatives. It wasn't like I was going like every day or anything like that. It wasn't like that. Whenever whenever you go visit certain relatives, so whenever we would go, like first they would have individuals go walk and put the money. You know what I'm saying? Walk up. That's a ritual to me. You go up and walk up and you put it in some kind of bowl, like, or a little plate or something. And then after that, they would pass it. They would have the ushers. They called them ushers. They would have the ushers pretty much have the plate and pass it around. You know, I would keep the money because I felt like it was shady. I was like, why they giving them the money? I was like, hey, I need this. So basically, I kept the money. I wasn't giving that money away. I was thinking about getting some, soda chips after church or something, and that's what I was on. I was like, I'm keeping this. Let's see, chicken leg, LOL. uh, Terrier said chicken leg. But let me see. How do you feel about the 400 years slavery being over 1619 to 2019 is 2020 anniversaries? Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay, yeah. I talked to a couple of individuals about this. Like to me, and I did several videos on that, but I appreciate you asking the questions and stuff. To me, okay, it said slavery was in 1600 or in the 1600s. Where's the proof? Do you feel my signals? Like individuals are pretty much going by what they read the programs and spells, and they take that in, and or you know, or you know what I'm saying, like they read they seen like drawings. It was like basically drawings. You know, the technology always been here. That this is how I feel. You know, the technology and stuff like that. So that 400 years, that's a bunch of crap. They've been saying this for decades. 400 years. We oh they'll say oh we've been in slavery. Okay, it's been over probably like what 400 years, or how do they know if it's 400 years? You get what I'm saying? So, um, so they have started having photos in the 1800s, and I just recently talked about this, you know, but I did several videos on this years ago. But like I said, I know my grandmother and them, they said they heard the stories, but individuals actually wouldn't slave. If anything, souls pretty much souls they're enslaved. That's what they're talking about in code, but they turned it into a physical thing where individuals get stuck with the shade and stuff. Now, all shades, of course, came from um, the woman. Then you know, then here comes the morphodites and stuff like that. You know, then you know, man came. I did a video on that, but I'll I'll probably have to do another one on that. But like I said, uh, pretty much the slaves. There is no such thing. If Christopher Columbus, if that's a lie, all of that stuff they taught in school is nothing but lies. But you have individuals connected to that frequency. So to them, they made the slaves. They made it like you know, like it's like you know, they basically put their energy into these characters. Now they're like another Frankenstein. So now they created the world, the slave world. So individuals now they stuck in that frequency. They fell for the trap. So you got individuals out here doing the same ritual and the same thing over and over and over because they see that, but it's not. There's no such thing. But they think that stuff exists, but that's a bunch of crap because we're energies and souls, and we're connected. We're deeper than the lies. Like I said, Africa and all of that stuff. That's a bunch of mess. Kemet, religion, all of that stuff is connected. It's different types of frequencies. It's a low frequency energy. The slave stories and stuff. You know, individuals call themselves black and all of these names. That's low frequency energy to me whenever you connect to that stuff. In the space shuttle, there's no such thing as space, like I said. If they are in space, then how come you don't see the stars if they're flying in space? You know how where's the stars at? I tell you where it's at within your soul. The energy and sun that's within side of you. But outer space stuff, that's stuff that they created. Hollywood, some Hollywood stuff. You know, individuals want to argue over flat Earth, round Earth, and all of that stuff. You know, like I said before, I think is you know to me, I just feel like it's neither. But what if they just? I feel like they always created individuals to argue over something. Just like individuals still on that frequency, still arguing about slave and where's my 40 acres in a mule crap and all of that stuff and all of that programming stuff that's adding souls and they're off in their own little world. That's a low frequency world. So all they're gonna see is Kunta Kinte and that ugly ass Harriet Tubman. I don't know if that's a man or a woman, and I don't care who get into their feelings because it's whatever. But you know, or Nat Turner or Ike Turner or Tina Turner. You know, they're talking about individuals like that. You know, like or Malcolm X or Mike King, or they call him Martin Luther King, but Michael King, but they say Mike. Individuals will argue saying that's not even his real name, Martin Luther King, but I have the dream, LeBron James King or whatever, or, you know, all of that mess. But, like individuals connect to that stuff, they still are stuck on that frequency, but the outer space stuff, the astronaut and all of that stuff, that's a bunch of crap. They're talking in codes. The shuttle don't go up in the air like that. It's basically there's two different right now. Of course, you have the Earth, and I think individuals are talking in codes when they say flat Earth and round Earth. Okay, there's different worlds. Up here, it's probably the so-called flat Earth. Down there, it's something totally different. But they're like they talking about Earth. Down there, in their world, because it's underground stuff going on. It's deeper than this flat Earth. You got certain worlds. This Earth that we're on right here, it's nothing but disturbed, low frequency energies and lies. Because individuals, they're going by scripts and fake reality and connecting with these characters, and they connecting with these scripts, just like the books that they read. And then you have the Muppets out here debating and arguing over this stuff. I'm not connected to that mess. So individuals, y'all, some of y'all feel my signals. You shouldn't connect to it, but if you choose to, that means you rather be off in their world. Control your knowledge. Control your control your beliefs, and that is true, Roger. That is so true. Yep, exactly. So, what type of frequency are we on with George Floyd? The whole world is fighting police. That kind of frequency is looting. Okay. Think, boss. Yeah, I did a video on that, but I'll touch on it. I'll touch on it again. Um, that Floyd, that's a pretty. That's like a giant. That's a big shadow, and pretty much that was. This is how I feel. This stuff it's a hoax. It's like I said, it's like some WWE stuff, some wrestling. It looks real, but to me it was bad acting. But individuals they fell for it, so they're using that, and that's connected to the crown. That's connected to other parts of the parallel worlds because the individuals are trying to well they're basically fighting to get control of the other planets, other illusions and low frequency worlds. Or like you got certain worlds that got like half, like half of the energy and half of the illusion. You got certain worlds like that, and it's connected to this, and it falls in place. It's like it's related. Like I said, it's like it's related. So with that Floyd stuff going on, that's connected to other things. But individuals think, oh, that they're fighting and marching and protesting, but they're actually really doing rituals. They're signing their nature over. They're signing their nature over to other individuals because they're pledging to it. They're doing the rituals and stuff with the kneeling the knee and laying on their stomach with their hands behind their back and stuff like that. That's like basically that's like a dirty ritual. They're basically bending over, they're playing individuals. So individuals they see it, they connect to that frequency, and they're following it. So pretty much, like I said, it goes back to where I said that Floyd, because individuals use certain names to control individuals. Like I said, like that one song, Pink Floyd. Floyd Mayweather, George Floyd. And you know what's funny? And I said this like probably my fourth time saying it. As soon as I said Floyd Mayweather, because I already knew they was going to connect Floyd to that. They said Floyd was going to pay for the funeral, and I said I basically touched on that before Floyd even said he's going to pay for the funeral, but he's not going to pay for the funeral, and that goes back to the donation. And I did a recent check out the video. It was called donating to something. I forgot. I put out so many videos. It was just here recently, but pretty much I said celebrities, they're not really donating and they're not doing nothing because it's nothing but a lie. It's a hoax. And individuals, they be like all up in these celebrities' ass. And majority of them are bend over with a smile on their face. You know, whenever they hear celebrities, they like, you know, fart, break dance, and run like they got hot cola up in their ass or something whenever the celebrities say something. Oh yeah, the celebrity's there for us, and they're stuck on that reality and that frequency. And the celebrities, they don't give a damn about them. You know, like I said, the individuals that's our shade, that's on the TV, they're not our bloodline. They're not related to us. I don't give a damn about them. But individuals, you know, they connect to that. They connect to them and they allow them to control their frequency. And they're setting them up, you know, all shades and stuff like that. So Floyd is basically, that was a setup. Like the individuals, they don't give a damn about the police officers. You know, they don't care about the police officers. They want to destroy that. They want to destroy the police officers. They want to destroy the police officers. This old government system, or not old, but the previous government system. They basically want to destroy that and stuff and bring in basically the military. They want to turn the whole world into federal, like the states and federal and stuff. And it's going that route because you got these Muppets out here marching and protesting, and they don't know certain individuals. Basically, they're another bloodline with certain chemicals. They're snatching up individuals. I did a video on that like years ago, and I put that out again, saying they body snatching individuals. They're body snatching them, and they're pretty much, you know, stealing their energy, chemicals, and all of that stuff. They're taking that, and I said that like years ago, and I'm saying it again. Whenever they started that Black Lives Matter crap years ago, you know, so they're hitting them with the virus and snatching them up. They created all of that stuff. They want individuals say, "Oh, the cops, they're doing this and that." Although, like I said, you got shady individuals everywhere. You got like, of course, the Masons are shady, but individuals, they're shady too. They're in the community because they taught. They're basically they got taught by the Masons and the Black Mirrors and all of that stuff. So individuals get mad when they say, "Oh, such and such killed this and that," when they allow them to control their energy in the Black Mirrors and TV. But you got individuals in the community, they killing each other out there, and that's all shades. But they want to blame like I said, the individuals that's controlling them. They're not even doing anything. They put the spells on individuals, and individuals go out in the community and destroy themselves. They connect to the other things and stuff like that. So, you know, just to put that out there, but that's just how I feel that they're setting up the police and individuals crying about talking about, oh, they set up the brick so we could tear that up. That it's like they want to put like basically their signs and symbols. That brick, that's some Mason stuff, but they're saying, oh, they putting it out there. They put these actors, they put these horrible actors out there, and of course, Facebook and YouTube and all the individuals on the platforms, they're going to promote this stuff. They're going to promote the shit out of this stuff. Not only that, like the other corporations' names and stuff, they're going to promote that too. So they have individuals, these fake characters, acting like they chasing individuals down, and they say, "Oh, this individual, they're a cop. They're busting out windows." All of that mess is staged, every bit of it. You know, they have bad actors acting like, you know, they have films and cameras in certain courtrooms. They don't have cameras in the courtrooms, or they have individuals recording them in the hospital all beat up and stuff. That's some fake ass crap. It's just like, you know, just here recently, me and Spiritual Free was laughing at cheaters. Like that, all of that shit is rigged. Like that show Cheaters, WWE. They put it in individuals' face. Individuals think that's real, and love and hip hop. All of that stuff is fake. So if they put in, you know, them MTV shows, you know, them VH1 shows and stuff, the Real World and all of that stuff, they're talking about certain rituals that they do, Fear Factory and all of that stuff. All of that stuff, they're showing how they get down with the rituals and how they put certain things in the movies, talk in codes in the movies and stuff. And in the news, it's a bunch of crap. They even got local news in on it now. Local news, this be like they're connected to that stuff. But if it's on CNN, NBC, and all of that stuff, how come these celebrities are actually going crazy over this madness and stuff? Because it's a bunch of crap, and they're promoting the celebrities, and you know, individuals go for it. How, like I said, how come the celebrities they didn't come to one of y'all's relatives when they passed, when they shifted, when something happened to one of your relatives? Y'all's relatives business, and I said this so many illusion times. They're not CNN not blowing that up on TV because it's scripted. They're all connected. So that stuff, like individuals are wasting their energy. They thinking they're going to change something. No, this illusion is going to shapeshift. They're they're changing their DNA. They're adding their DNA to the next generation because they allow them to do that. That's what's changing is their DNA with the illusion. That's what's changing. Individuals don't see that. You know, like this system is not designed for us, and that goes for all shades and earthlings and stuff. It's nothing but set up to gain power in other parallel worlds that individuals can't see because they can't see because the vaccines took over their souls. They use metals inside of their physical body. You know, so that's what's going on. That's the reason why you hear older individuals, you know, they're getting controlled by the machines and satellites that's in the ground, not the one the satellite in the sky, that's a bunch of mess. But individuals are getting controlled. I know y'all hear like, you know, individuals that's up there in age. Y'all hear them saying, "Oh, it's going to rain. I feel my bones aching and stuff like that." That's because they got metals inside of them, so they picking up on that frequency that's controlling the weather and all of that stuff. They're picking that up on their physical body. They feeling that stuff. So that's the reason why, you know, they be like they could tell when it's going to rain because their body will start aching and all of that stuff. Just to put that out there. Um, but yeah, that Floyd stuff, that's a bunch of mess. Uh, and I did a video on that, but like I said, I'll talk about it again. I'm fine with that. The other world, you mean portals or other planets? What do you mean by other worlds? Other worlds that's created by our DNA basically. Portals, to me, portals. I mean, they created artificial portals, but portals to me, that's in between a woman's leg. That's a portal. That's just how I feel. That's where individuals come out their portal. It's impossible for a cartoon that came out of the '90s to get a down to the T names and all. They are just making the fiction into reality. Exactly, Roderick. Exactly. They're using that low frequency energy. They already predicted this stuff. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much predicted that stuff. Individuals talking about, oh, they're psychics and all of that stuff. That's a bunch of crap. They already predicted that. They seen certain things through other individuals' DNA. You know, like, and that's how some of them getting by. That's the reason why they be wanting individuals' DNA and their chemicals and stuff to create vehicles and ships and planes and all of that stuff. The masses have to be so They can take the soul and energy. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what they're doing. They're the souls, selling the souls off into other worlds so that they can pretty much shift into other realms and different dimensions. The video was donating your souls to lies. Oh yeah, thanks Terry. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I put out so many videos. Yeah, um, uh, think boss whenever you can to go check that video out. I pretty much touched on that. They are causing emotional distress with the people and confusion. Exactly, Black Princess. Pretty much correct trip. I went to WWE at Madison Square Garden. That did it for me. I no longer watch wrestling. I knew it was fake, but seeing it in real time was the worst thing for me. I still watch wrestling every once in a every once in a while. I do. I mean, I know it's fake. It's a bunch of crap. It's fake, but let's see, it got subliminals in it also too. It got a lot of subliminals in it. I mean, that WWE crap anyway. Although WWE is 33, if you turn it sideways, the W's that's 33 and E, three sixes for real. But you know, I see the signs and symbols, but if you break it down, it's not. It's on another level. But that's another video. How do you feel about the history? What type of frequency is that sending off DNA and mail? Oh wow, yeah. It's funny because I just recently talked about this, the ancestry, and I even did a video like I think it was like a year ago or last year. Long story short, or long frequency short because I ain't gonna say long story because it ain't no story. Long frequency short. Pretty much, this is how I feel. How do they actually really know, like, if what bloodline an individual come from? They don't know, and they try to say it's connected to the code names like Africa, China, the list goes on, Italy or Rome, and all of that bull crap. You know, they try to say it's the Regal Beagle or something. But anyway, so pretty much they just want to steal individuals' DNA so they can do something with it. Long story short, because like I said, just because you come out that portal, like if you got siblings, don't mean that you're actually really related. Just to put that out there, but pretty much, pretty much like they don't know actually but they got a machine. They know where individuals. They know what area their energy from. They're going by the energy, but they're just using that, just to pretty much, like do rituals. They could do rituals of individual, especially if they got like if their DNA is powerful. They could do certain things and do rituals and stuff, cast certain spells on individuals to make them sick. They could do anything. Or they could, if like for example, and I did a video. It was called Fluid Something, where I said, what was it? It was fluid. I did. It's like I said, put so much. I put so much videos out, but they could take your DNA and use it and put it in a crime, and you could be sitting at home, and they'll be like, "Hey, your DNA was all over this body." And stuff, and set you up on many levels, set you up. And I think that's messed up, and I was telling individuals, if they sleep with or have sex with individuals, they got to make sure they're on the same frequency, because that individual can take their fluids and use it against them. They could take they could take, what I'm saying, they could take their sex juice, splatter it on somebody, commit a crime, and say that individual did it. You know, so that's right. And I did a video telling y'all to watch who you sleep with and watch who you mess with, because certain individuals can do some certain things with your fluids on many levels. You know, I touched on that. So I'm just giving you the short version. But I did a video on that. But individuals in hospitals, they can do certain things with your DNA, and they can use it for themselves as well to gain like more knowledge and more power. They could be like, oh, this individual don't know how much power they got with their DNA. Oh, we're going to use this. Oh yeah, we're going to use this. Okay. How do you feel about? Oh, that's another name and title. I ain't into that stuff. Uh, Great Rising Trip. What's going on, Gregory? What's going on? What do you mean just because you have siblings? That doesn't mean you're related. Please teach me about that. What about parents? Okay, pretty much what I mean by that, I said just because you came out the same portal, whenever it comes to your siblings, you're probably not related. And what I mean by that, pretty much your siblings could represent, um, for example, okay, I did a video on this, but I'll do it again. I'm just going to give you the short version. Just check out my video. Pretty much, a woman, long story short, a woman can create a baby without a male. All right. So, pretty much, that baby might be connected to some other galaxy bloodline, but it can favor, you know, the creator, the mama, and pretty much your brother or sister, they could get uh, their creator's bloodline, or they could get their father's bloodline. But I'm gonna say it again: that other baby could get created by the galaxy, by another DNA, by some other individual. They basically will that baby's energy into that mother. Now that goes back to, like I said, on how they was programming stuff on the Maury show. Okay, on the Maury show, individuals be like, and they was programming and having individuals think the woman was a whore, basically, or a Jezebel or a slut bucket or a cunt or a twat, whatever you want to call it. They basically they was saying that, you know, okay, the woman said, I just slept with him and I slept with him only. So she really did sleep with the guy. She didn't sleep with anyone else. So she get pregnant, then Maury be like, you're not the father. Everybody, oh, you whore, da da da, call her names and stuff. And pretty much, um, she wasn't lying. But see, the society groups knew that stuff. They're like, oh, she got a special baby. Because he didn't get her pregnant and she didn't sleep with anyone else but that guy. But she had the chromosome X and X chromosome, or whatever y'all want to call it. I say it both because it's connected to the world. So I say both. I say it backwards and forward, or whatever you want to call it. But she got a special gene, special chemical. She have magic in her womb. She created that. So they're gonna snatch her ass up. They're gonna snatch her ass up and use her and do certain things with that. So I'm just giving you the short version. That's the reason why I said, just because you came out of that portal, shit, you might not be related. You might not even be related. She had, like I said, y'all could favor each other, but you might not be related. Or like I said, or you could represent your dad's bloodline, or that individual could represent their uh, Earth mom's bloodline, and then bloodlines could be at war with each other. That's the reason why individuals get into it. That's the reason why individuals fight. Or I even did a video. You don't know who your Earth mom or who your Earth dad messed with. They could have had a baby by someone else, and you could be sleeping with one of your relatives or somebody related to you, and the baby be all screwed up. That's mixing DNA and messing up things. And I'm just giving you the short version because I did a video on that. So that's pretty much what that is. But yeah, I went all over the place with the videos today because um, I was basically talking about, like, if individuals, if they really in love, um, do they love that individual, or are they in love with the illusion, or the material frequency, the shadows and disturbed energies? Are they in love with that? Because like I said, individuals pretty much they you know like I said, they're falling in love with that frequency, that energy, you know just to and that's what I was like, basically. Like I said, I went all over I'm just asking questions. If y'all, like I said, if y'all got any questions, of course, I'll ask that and stuff like that. But oh, I like I said, I put out so many videos. Think, boss, you're just gonna have to check it out. I can't even tell you off top. I put out so many videos. But yeah, like, like individuals, like I said, they're not like, not they're not in love, and and they program individuals, like, for example, at an early age. Like I said, I did a video on this, but I'm gonna get really deep into it. Just like the children, there's porn in cartoons, and that's giving out certain signals and stuff like that, sounds and vibrations, and whatever is in the black mirrors is promoting lust. So children, they probably start, like, at a certain age, because they're promoting that stuff in the black mirrors. So children see this stuff on TV, and they think, they act like they have to be into, they act like they have to have a love connection. And some say relationship, but like I said, I did a video on that because you have, they say relationship. You got your car dealership, and you got other things, censorship. Like that's like merged with the ship. Like, on many levels. Individuals say that stuff. I did a video on that, but I ain't gonna get too deep into that. I did two videos on that, matter of fact. But I say love connection, or you disconnected with somebody, or you have a connection with certain individuals. But children, they connect to these programs, and they start off at an early age. So then they have problems because that's a distraction. They're already getting programmed, so they're having problems, and they're growing up into the lust energy and stuff like that. So they're basically destroying their physical body because they all messing around getting it out. And I would advise individuals to tell their loved ones not to really, like be on the same frequency. Like, don't follow the herd, don't follow the crowd, because there's no such thing as being in love. They're still young. How can you be in love with a certain individual, like, at the age of 18, 16, 15? That's a bunch of crap. I feel like you should wait till you like 25 or 26, where and you can pick and choose who you want to talk to. But see, individuals don't sit down and talk to children like that. They allow them to date and go out and do certain things instead of actually really talking to them. You know why they don't talk to them? Because they're screwed up and messed up and they're connected to this third energies like the church and that all the stuff that they see in the black mirrors, because that stuff taught them. Like I said, who's teaching these individuals this? They learn it from the black mirrors. So they can't teach their children that. They can't sit down and tell them what's really going on because they all worried about their jobs and paying bills and all of that stuff. Yeah, we got to survive and stuff, but what are you actually teaching your loved ones? You know, like you got to teach them how to survive. You know, you got to tell them if they're going to be on the physical, you have to save up just in case this crazy shit like the pandemic and all of that stuff, where you should have enough where you should be set for like at least 4 or 5 years or maybe more. But you can't do that. You know why? Because everybody want to keep up with the celebrities. The celebrities is distracting them and have, you know, using that money frequency, and they see them in the nice name brand clothes and stuff like that. They see them in that, so individuals connect with that stuff, and they want to buy. They spend a whole rent money on a pair of sneakers or a pair of pants. You know, so they can say, "Oh, I look fresh." Why the society groups don't even rock that shit, but individuals out here rocking that shit. You know, like they don't wear that stuff. They let the celebrities wear it, this so they could put them into spells. Like I said, we're supposed to be nude, but we're wearing humans, animals, and silkworms and stuff, like like with the cottons and all of that stuff. We're wearing that. So if you're not connected with yourself, like if you connect, if you on a low frequency, if you're in a low frequency world, you can block all of that distractions and energy and stuff that you put on. And it goes back to I said, how come women can't walk around with their shirt off? You know, because the women are the creator. They can pick up certain signals if they walk around butt naked and stuff. They can control certain things. They gave women shots so they can do fucking rituals, so they can have periods, blood rituals and stuff like that. Even control how they can give birth and stuff. Like I said, you're supposed to squat when you have babies. You ain't supposed to be on your back. But individuals not, they're not putting stuff out there like that. You know, like they just want to program individuals and have them doing rituals. But like I said, that goes back to the children. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they grow up. If you like, and then the generation they passing that off to their DNA so they can raise the next bunch and destroy that, destroying them, keep destroying them, recycling and then destroying them, get out all of their energies and their gifts and their abilities. So like they're the individuals that's connected to the programs and all of that stuff, they're not teaching their loved ones that. And it's okay for, like I said, we individuals got to work because they're on the physical. I totally get that. But you can't let the system work you. You got to work the system. You can't let them play y'all like that. You got to work the system. Like let stuff go in your favor. Teach your loved ones that. You don't have to like sell your body out there or or do trifling stuff that they set up. You don't have to do that. That's controlling your frequency. That's controlling your energy. Just to put that out there. I'll read some more of y'all comments. Y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about? Because I might end up wrapping it up in a couple of minutes. I'm getting sleepy now. Oh, yeah, definitely want to make sure y'all can hear me loud and clear. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? I'm just double checking. I don't know if they leaving you comments or what. After that, I don't know if they letting y'all still alive. Y'all not? Are y'all asleep or something? What's going on? If y'all get ready to go to sleep, okay, you can hear me, Gregory. Okay, okay, you hear Terry? Okay, great, awesome. Okay, y'all have any other questions? No, yeah, I want to touch on one more thing too. I want to say, just because, like, if an individual take care of you, um, I want to say this: if an individual take care of you and you're not trying to do something or you're not doing nothing with yourself, you really, yeah, that's to me. I feel like that's not love. If you allow an individual to take care of you, because like that's taking care of, you're taking a certain individual taking care of that individual's inner child. They're not taking care of them because you got certain individuals out there depending on individuals to take care of them, and they're not doing anything for themselves, pretty much. I want to share that with y'all and tell y'all, if an individual to sit around and stuff, that's disturbed energies, and they're going to pretty much allow another individual. They're going to mix, like they're going to have issues with other individuals because some individuals already have disturbed energy and they bringing that stuff home. So like individuals, like basically they fall in love with what an individual can do for them. They're not actually in love with that individual. And certain individuals, they fall in love with these characters that I just named. You know, they love that money frequency. They're not loving that individual. They want to say they're in love, but they're not. They're just talking and connecting to programs and spells. You know what? For me, it's that summer is here and people still wearing a mask. I know exactly, Roderick. I think that's crazy wearing that mask. And like I said, individuals, it's not going to protect them from getting it, but it's going to stop them from spreading it. What if what if everyone already had the virus, and the strong survive basically? What if certain individuals, they want to see who got that strong DNA, and it can destroy the virus that they put in them? Individuals are actually inhaling and breathing that stuff in. That's the reason why they wanted them to wear the mask and stuff. But individuals don't be thinking about that. They don't. They don't think about that. Like they don't sit back. Like, how come they want us to wear masks? People will still catch it, but you can only catch it by exchanging fluids, or go to the doctor and get the vaccine shots, or it could be their silicones. Uh, Shapeshifters can go out there with different types of bloodlines that can be our shade and spread that stuff. Their chemical releasing, it hit them. They're using them as weapons, but they're gonna try to say, "Oh, it's in the air and stuff." It's not no damn air. What if individuals already pretty much got it in the other different bloodlines? It's making it have like some kind of a reaction or something like on another level, and that's what's destroying and killing people, because people have been dying for the last, like, out of nowhere for the last 3 or 4 months. Just, I mean, not months, my apologies, for the last 3 or 4 years, just out of nowhere. And individuals wearing that mask and taking pictures, looking stupid online, holding up signs saying, "I can't breathe." Yeah, I guess you can't breathe with that damn mask on your face. Talking about, "I can't breathe." I'm like, where y'all think y'all Tony Braxton breathe again? You know what? For me, it's that summer. You know what? I hate the mask. Exactly, kicks. That mask is stupid. Like individuals, pretty much they be rocking that stuff, and I'm like this. I'm like, if they rock it, they rock it. But I hate it. I hate the mask, and I don't have anything against anyone because some of them don't know. But the mask that's not protecting them. And I'm like I wear a Halloween mask before I wear one of them damn surgical masks. I'm not going to go around here looking like a doctor, although that's a ritual. They're just saying like, hey, your loved ones and y'all, we're going to destroy the next generation. We're going to do surgery. We're poisoning y'all with the vaccines. So we're going to do the rituals, and y'all going to put it on, and basically you're projecting certain energies, what you're going to do to the next generation. That's basically they're doing rituals with that mask. I wear a damn Halloween mask before I put one of them on. That's the only thing care about nowadays, money and lust. You can feel the energy. Oh yeah, that's all the individuals. Yeah, exactly. That's all they're worried about. Um, it's the lust and energy, and it's on many levels. It's like on many levels. Individuals not they don't fall in love with individuals, their soul or their abilities, and they don't connect with them on other levels. Do you feel my signals? They don't connect with them like that. They pretty much like hold on. Okay, I did fix the thing. They pretty much fall in love with the material frequency, and like I said, they taught them how to do the lust energy and stuff. They don't know how to connect with them with the sounds and vibrations, so they taught them how to do it on a low energy and on a low frequency. So individuals want to sleep with certain individuals because they program by how they're programmed, how they taught and program and connect with individuals looks. You got individuals out here saying, oh, I want to get pregnant because such and such look like this. Or you got certain dudes out here want to get women pregnant because they got curves and thick in the right places or something. They want to get them pregnant and stuff. They want to because they like the way they look. And they don't even know that individual. They don't want to get to know them. They don't want to connect and get to know them. They just want to go because they just want to get in their pants because they taught and programmed by the looks. That's the reason why they want to make everything attractive, sex sells on TV. And that, it's like they're not connected to individuals. To me, that's fake stuff, because individuals are hiding behind the mask, the makeup mask, and the Miss Piggy eyelashes and stuff. And I'm not clowning individuals. I don't care. Like, individuals can rock whatever they want to rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything against that. I just want to let y'all know I'm not bashing individuals. They don't know. I mean, if they want to wear that stuff, that's on them. I mean, you got to look at it this way. Individuals, they're beautiful without the mask and eyelashes and all of that stuff. But some women, they don't want to do. They don't feel like doing their hair, so they're like, "Hey, I don't feel like doing that," but they'll throw on a wig or something. But like I said, I'm not bashing anyone, and I don't want y'all thinking I'm bashing them or throwing shots. But I'm just saying they program individuals think that they're changing them, having them into another character. So um, and you got to look at it this way. Um, what if you didn't see them doing that? What if these silly ass dudes that's trying to be tough, if they didn't see that on TV, they wouldn't know how to do it. They wouldn't know how to act. So they want to control the feminine energy and the masculine energy and all of that crazy stuff. But yeah. But I honestly don't want y'all to think I'm bashing individuals because they don't know. And if they like that, that's on them. I'm not mad at them. No, I'm just saying, like, there's know what you're getting into and what are you wearing and stuff. Just put that out there. Okay. LOL. Exactly what I say where they say I can't breathe. Take off. Exactly, Roger. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I guess you can breathe with that crap on your face. We here. Wendy. What's going on, Wendy? Uh, let's see. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. There's 7 individuals up there. Y'all hit that fines. I'll go another 5 minutes. Y'all hit that fines. It's like 17 individuals. Y'all, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all hit that fine so individuals know that I'm live. I give y'all another 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it down. y'all still in here. Let's see. Terry, you still in here? I already know Roderick. Who else? Think Boss. I guess y'all still in here. Gregory, and I'm just reading individuals that's leaving comments. Black Princess. I know Black Princess. Global SETI Dark Pool. So what up, bro? Lust and money. Ah, I'll talk about that, but hey, I already went deep into that. You came in because I'm about to give her 5 more minutes, but like I just see Terry. Okay, you here? Okay, Terry. All right, appreciate you, Gregory Moore. Okay, basically, like I said, I wish you would have came in here earlier, but it's all. I'm glad you're here though, Global SETI or whatever. But basically, like I said, the lust, like I said, the lust energy individuals basically they're connected to that. They're taught that, so that's like low energy. They taught how to. They see the porn and all of that stuff. They see certain little things on TV. They grow up into that stuff. So they connect to that lust energy. So whenever they connect to that low energy, because you can have sex on many levels, and you don't have to have sex on a physical level. You can have it on it's on many levels, but they want individuals think it's about the physical and that's that. And individuals connect to the lust energy, and individual. I'm just giving you a short version because I went deep into that earlier and other things. Pretty much, individuals they will sleep with uh, that money frequency. They don't if an individual look like a gremlin, they don't give a shit. They don't really care. They'll sleep with that individual just to get that lust, that not lust, but that money connect to that money frequency, and pretty much that money frequency got different types of souls and other timelines and stuff. So pretty much now everything, of course, digital, connected to the cards and all of that stuff, the square cards. Um, it's digital. So individuals got to get disconnect from certain previous timelines because it's going into another direction. So now, like all the souls pretty much merging with this so-called 5G or fifth dimension generation, whatever you want to call it. They're connecting with that. So now individuals going to be having sex with holograms, and they're going to be able to feel it, and they're connecting to that. Like there's going to be hologram toys. It's going to be I seen this on another timeline. I'm not really this Earth right here. I already seen there. I've been there and done that. I already seen things that's going to happen and how it's going to play out. And I just warn individuals to let them know what's going on. You know, I'm not connected to this system. My energy, there's a piece of my energy here sending out strong signals because I'm more than this planet Earth. So, you know, I'm just letting individuals know what's going on. So, um, you know, like that stuff can get you caught up on many levels. Individuals destroy themselves over, uh, they'll give their soul to this money frequency that's created by this, with of course, our DNA. Um, they're giving their soul and energy and pledging to the hidden rituals and stuff. So, you know, individuals, they're not connecting with individual souls and their abilities in their dimension, in their worlds. They don't want to learn that. They want to learn that low energy and connect to that and allow certain individuals to get control. So, you know, that's what's going on. Individuals they lust after individuals' looks, just like I just said recently. An individual will jump in a bed with the gorgeous, like a beautiful woman, or if they think a guy is attractive. And they won't wrap up, strap up, none of that stuff. Although condoms destroy individuals' DNA. I did a video on that. But I'm just saying this, individuals, they can be pretty and beautiful, but they could be carrying all types of diseases and stuff to throw your physical off. That stuff could throw individuals' physical off, destroy their organs. Their fluids can actually destroy that individual organs, and I did a video on that. And they gain more power and energy. Just to put that out there. Control at its finest and creepiest. Exactly. But you know, that's what's going on and stuff. So, and I appreciate y'all giving the fines and tuning in and stuff like that. I really appreciate that. You know, so it's like I said, like individuals, like you got like certain females, they only mess with the so-called male man or whatever you want to call him because he hustling, he out here selling streets. They like it because some of them grew up in broken homes, and that's all they know. So that this and recycle, and it's a bunch of disturbed energies going on with that individual, and so they decide they always say, you know, whenever that individual get locked up, they pretty much when they get locked up, women out there be trifling and do other things and stuff. But as soon as that individual get out of prison or whatever, they don't know if that dude uh, bend over and touch his toes, and he's spreading this disease, and the chicks are like open their legs up and give it to that individual. You know, and then they catch different types of different disturbed energies and stuff like that. You know, then not only that, they mix the energies out in the streets, and that's connected to other parallel worlds and stuff, and they getting played on many levels. You know, like I just don't get why individuals want to put themselves through that, because, like I said, that fast money. You know what I'm saying? And dudes are silly because the chick gonna move on to the next guy. You know, they're gonna move on to the next one and stuff like that. And then, you know, these dudes fall in love with strippers and stuff like that. And you know, they're pretty much they're after them. They're lusting because they you know what I'm saying, they being greedy, or they having issues at home. And they want to spoil them with their money and stuff, and they want to just basically pass them around because they like the way they look. You know, they trying to brag like, oh, I got somebody that look good. Bragging. They're not in love with that individual. They're in love with their physical body. They're not in love with their galaxy or their soul or their sun and their stars within them. They're not trying to connect to none of that stuff. They want to connect to the illusion, and they want to connect to their physical body, and they want to basically get in that portal, and they don't understand that portal. They don't understand that portal. So like that's the reason why all they're doing is just bringing disturbed energy into that portal. Then what if a baby come out of that and connect to that world? Sometimes babies disconnect because they don't want to enter this world, because they pretty much know that the creator's messed up, and the individual that's merged and connected with the creator, they know they messed up. So certain babies disconnect. They say it's a miscarriage, but that baby disconnected for a reason. Because that baby like, hey, I ain't trying to enter that world. And because like, certain energies choose who they want to connect with. And some of them, they're like, nah, I'm not with that. Been there and done that. I'm moving on to the next. Because babies, they travel through the galaxy whenever they in that magic womb and a portal. Now, what's going on, 100? Appreciate you coming in. I was thinking that. Okay. Appreciate you for tuning in. But yeah, pretty much, that's what individuals, that's what they're, that's what's going on. Black Princess said 5 minutes. Think I gave more than 5 minutes, Black Princess. I'm just listening. Yeah, I think I'm getting, I know I'm definitely getting sleepy. Y'all have anything y'all want to show love, or y'all got any? Y'all can get the questions in real quick. If y'all don't have any questions, y'all want to show love before I get off. Hey, I'm straight with that. What are your thoughts on? Get conversation. Okay, I definitely appreciate you, Black Princess, and I appreciate Terry, Kicks 100, uh, Wendy. Yeah, I said Terry. Global. I'm reading down a list of lines. See who in here. Rohan Johnson, and I know think Boss came in. Gregory, of course, Roderick Best. Appreciate. I'm just giving all of y'all, showing y'all, letting y'all know I appreciate y'all. Um, Let me see. Appreciate you, Gregory, and I appreciate y'all tuning in and stuff. Definitely gonna get some rest. I'm gonna do another live later on and stuff later on in the evening and stuff. Thank you. Take good care. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate you, Kicks. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Unlock your souls. Clear.